this is David Cross from Indispensable Leadership. Check us out, indispensableleadership.org. And I am driving through Montgomery County. I live in a county that's just outside of Philadelphia, and I'm looking to see here. There's some things open that aren't supposed to be closed. Governor closed everything, but the hair place is open. Supposedly only the gas stations and the grocery stores are open, but I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense, okay? We're a suburb of Philadelphia. So if we have a lot of this coronavirus here in Montgomery County, and the idea really is to stop it from going into Philadelphia, which is impossible, of course, because we're a suburb, right? I'm driving into Philadelphia right now. I have a tour. Not everybody can work from home. So kind of the dumbest thing to do is close everything, because of course you're going to go into Philadelphia to get things done. If that haircut place that I just saw that is illegally open and full, I mean, it is full. Maybe it's about to close. But if that place wasn't open, then people would be going over to Philadelphia to get their hair done, which is, you would think, what they're trying to oppose. But anyway, that's the situation we're at right now. Obviously, this is a big problem for somebody like myself who owns a company that gives historical walking tours, historical tours, depends on travel, but it's pretty much a big problem on huge percentage of the population. There's nobody who's going to be unscathed by the economic ramifications of this thing. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the manner in which somebody who is going to live a life in which he succeeds and leads handles something like this. Because think about it this way. I talk a lot about stories and how we create our own story and how we use the stories of others. And let's face it, there's no story ever written of any interest that doesn't have some kind of drama, that doesn't have some kind of issue that its hero or protagonist needs to overcome. I mean, that's part of life. And so the only way to look at something like this is as something that separates those people who succeed from those people who don't. Those people who don't succeed are going to use anything, whether it's the coronavirus or it's their boss or it's their spouse, whatever it is. These are all excuses not to succeed. Whereas we have story after story after story after story of people who have succeeded over such tremendous odds that something like this just looks paltry and pathetic. So what we're doing right now is we have hit a period where we're going to have a tough few weeks, obviously. And what I'm going to be doing is looking at this and trying to figure out not just how to survive it, but what can I get from this? How do I make this a part of my story? And the first thing I'm going to do is work on a podcast that's going to be about the epidemic that occurred in Philadelphia back in colonial times, the yellow fever epidemic. That's a beautiful thing about being a historian, or as I am, a historical expeditionary, is, you see the news say this is unprecedented, and in a way it is, but it never really is. And of course, looking at what happened with yellow fever and people piling the bodies onto the carts and people fleeing and so forth and so on, that's a nice way for me to kind of gain perspective on this. And it's a part of history that I know about, but I haven't really dug down into. And so now's the perfect time, since every tour that gets ordered seems to get canceled at the last minute. That's what I'm going to do. And so what I'm going to ask you is, what are you going to do during this period, not just to survive this problem, but to thrive because of this problem? What are you going to do to make the coronavirus problems that you're running into part of your success story? So think about that, and I'll think about that, and I will talk to you in the near future, hopefully in better times.